Hadith number 29. So any person who thinks by wronging others, by taking their wealth away, by breaking into their house and committing theft, by stealing from them, by raping, by robbing, by insulting, by cursing, by slandering, by backbiting, if he is a man of authority and he puts people in jail without sin by arresting them, handing them over to those who would wrong them without any justification, any sort of dhulm, and he thinks, I will just go for Hajj and I will pay for 5-star Hajj and I will cry in front of the Kaaba and Allah will wipe out all my sins. Fake. This is not gonna happen, because there is something called huququl ibad. That will not be overwritten. That will not be remitted. Not unless those whom you have wronged will pardon you and say, oh Allah, I don't want anything from this guy or from this lady. I'm pardoning them with good faith. But they are not going to do that. They ain't doing that. You've oppressed them, you've wronged them, you stole their property, you backbited them, you slandered them. They want their rights from you. They will get it in this life in addition to the stored up punishment in the hereafter. So are you still interested or willing or dare to wrong or deal unjustly with people because you've given authority or power or you have an access to do this? You shouldn't. And the second, I remember when one sister complained to me about her mother-in-law. The sister's husband is a doctor. He's a busy man. Really famous doctor. His mother doesn't have anyone to look after her in Pakistan, and now she has moved to live with them in the States. And she's complaining because I have to take care of her, I have to cook for her and do all of that. So isn't it true that he's supposed to find her a separate apartment so that she can live in it? I'm not required to look after her. You're not required to look after her. But guess what? You have children. Yes, I do. How old are they? Teenagers. So that means only in a matter of a few years you will become a mother-in-law. And if your husband is not around, and then you are 60 or 70 or some disability, only your son would take you in his house. Would you like for his wife, your daughter-in-law, to demand your own son to kick you out of the house? She said, no, he's my son. I'm his mother. He said, likewise. So if you're really interested in having a bright future and making sure that your children will be dutiful, gentle, and kind to you after you grow old and maybe you become alone without your husband after a long life, then treat this woman well. So whether a mother or a mother-in-law, whether parents or parents-in-law, كما تدين تدان. It pays off, and it pays off very, very fast. Guaranteed in this life, before the hereafter.